How often do you catch yourself expressing emotions like jealousy, anger, hatred, or anxiety? Quite often, right? We all catch ourselves expressing these emotions every now and then. But what if I told you that most of these emotions that we perceive as negative have an important yet commonly ignored root cause that's desperately calling out for our attention? Not sure what I'm talking about? Well, let me explain. Most of these emotions that I talked about are most often unhealthy expressions of our underlying shadow aspects, which you might have suppressed at some point of time in your life. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably wondering what a shadow is, right? Well, that's what we're going to be exploring in this video. In this video, you will be learning about what a shadow is, where it comes from, and how to work through it and integrate it with examples. So without any further ado, let's dive in. So what is a shadow? Your shadow is a part of yourself that holds all the aspects that you try to hide, reject, and suppress. So whenever you try to hide, suppress, or reject a part of yourself, that very aspect of yourself goes into your unconscious and remains there until you bring it back to your conscious awareness, acknowledge it, and integrate it. But what does that mean? Let's try to understand this with a simple example. For explanation's sake, let's say there was a girl named Mira. And Mira was a very confident girl when she was young. But somehow, unfortunately, when she was growing up, she ended up getting bullied. And because of this, she started to feel neglected and lost confidence in herself. And as time passed by and the bullying continued, she ended up losing her sense of self-worth and started believing that she wasn't good enough and worthy of the respect, love, and care that she truly deserved. So what has happened here? Knowingly or unknowingly, she has started to overlook and suppress the fact that she too, just like everyone else, was deserving of the love, care, and respect that she was denied for. So now, since she's overlooked and repressed this aspect of herself, this very aspect that she's indeed worthy is no longer a part of her conscious awareness. It just remains in the part of her unconscious, thus becoming a shadow. So what happens now? Does this shadow aspect of herself remain in the unconscious peacefully? No. It yearns to be acknowledged and integrated again. And because of this, she might end up attracting situations that trigger her, bringing the shadow aspect to the surface so that she can identify, acknowledge, and integrate her shadow aspect back to her conscious self. So this process of bringing the disowned aspects of herself back into her conscious awareness was called a shadow work by a renowned Swiss psychologist named Carl Jung. Now that we have a clear picture of what the shadow is, now let's dive in and understand how it is formed. Psychologists like Carl Jung say it's formed in our childhood, meaning it's formed when we hide, reject, or suppress parts of ourselves from our conscious awareness. Just like in the case of the example I stated above. By now we know what a shadow is and how it could have been formed. Now let's move on to the next section of the video. Let's learn how to work with your shadow and how to integrate it. There are 3 key steps that you need to focus on. Number 1. Identification of the shadow aspect by paying attention to the emotional triggers, projections, etc. The second step is acknowledgement and acceptance without judgment. The third step is integration of your shadow aspect by addressing underlying fears that contributed to the shadow, adopting healthy mindset shifts, or healthy point of views if necessary. This step is important to prevent and stop the shadow from expressing itself in unhealthy ways. Now let's look at how to work through this integration process with the help of an example. For explanation's sake, if I was Mira and I had the shadow aspects that Mira had, what should I be doing? Firstly, I will have to identify the parts of myself that I have buried to survive the bullying. Well, in this case, it could be my sense of worth, voice, power, and confidence. Now that I have identified my shadow aspects, the next step will be to acknowledge and accept them without judgment. As a third step, I will be reclaiming and re-owning the disowned parts of myself into my conscious awareness. And that means I will affirm and accept the fact that I am worthy of the respect that I was denied. I will also be courageous enough to take a stand and defend myself against the bullies. And as a last step, I wouldn't stop myself from standing in my own power and allow myself to be seen again. By doing so, I'm not only integrating my shadow aspects back into my conscious awareness, but also preventing them from having toxic, passive, or negative expressions. Now, I know what you're thinking. You might be wondering whether a shadow aspect can express itself in negative ways. Well, it very much can. You see, most of the emotions that we've categorized as bad, such as jealousy, anger, anxiety, dishonesty, are most often expressions of our shadow aspects. Now, let's go back to Mira's example and see how her shadow of self-worth could have been expressing itself in her day-to-day life. Number 1. Jealousy. See, since Mira's sense of self-worth is now in the shadow, she feels like she isn't good enough, right? She genuinely believes that she isn't good enough. So what happens when someone believes that they aren't good enough? Whenever they see someone standing in their own power or being assertive or being confident or being charismatic, they on some level might start feeling jealous or envious about them. Why? Because they no longer believe that they are good enough, they are capable, or they are worthy, or they are powerful. And when they don't see that in themselves, but see someone else embodying that effortlessly, they obviously feel jealous. So I hope you understand what's happening here. It is because Mira has forgotten her own sense of worth, she is having all these feelings and emotions that remind her of her own underlying shadow aspect. In some cases, this shadow aspect could be expressed as jealousy, and in other cases, it could be expressed as admiration or adoration for the other person. So, in different people, it might be expressed in different ways. Number 2, self-sabotaging nature. You see, Mira might procrastinate, play small, or push away opportunities that could affirm her worth, like jobs, relationships, etc. Why? Because deep down her shadow says, I'm not good enough anyway, so why try? Number 3, passive aggressiveness. Instead of setting clear boundaries or expressing anger assertively, she might use sarcasm, emotional withdrawal, or silent treatment. Why? Because she's repressed her voice and assertiveness, so the anger is leaking out in distorted forms. Number 4, overpleasing attitude or having boundary issues. You see, Mira might become a chronic people pleaser, always putting others' needs above her own, fearing conflict or rejection. Why? Because she feels unworthy of taking up space or asking for what she needs. Number 5, anxiety or perfectionism. You see, Mira might also constantly strive to prove herself or avoid mistakes at all costs. Why? Because deep down, she believes that she has to earn her worth through achievement or approval. So I hope you're able to get the picture now. This was just a small example of what happens when you push just one aspect of yourself into your shadow. There are these many expressions that it could have. So just like that, imagine how many expressions or multiple shadow aspects could have and how it could be affecting our day-to-day lives. It's unimaginable, right? And the worst thing is, we might not even be aware that we are going through all these issues and problems in our life because of our underlying shadow aspects, which is why it's very important to acknowledge, work through, and integrate our shadow aspects in the first place. So in this video we will explore what a shadow is, how it is formed, and how to integrate it so that you can prevent it from expressing itself in unhealthy ways. In the next video, let's dive in and explore the different ways in which we can spot our shadow.